Well, guys, welcome back to a more of a lengthy video of Mills engines. It's been an interesting one for the last few weeks. Don't know why. Literally things are going the way they are. Customers seem to be like on board, getting things done, getting engines rebuilt. Said, "Yeah, we'll bring it into you. We'll get it all done." Nothing appears. So it's kind of like a true false positive, really, because logistically we have to get ready for these things to happen, and then lo and behold, they don't happen. So it kind of is a bit of a pain. But nonetheless, there's still little things that still need to be done, so we just crack on and get them done. Conversation I had with a customer in Birmingham. Oh yeah, all the way up in Birmingham. 4 years ago, buys a Jaguar XFR, and he buys it in a state where the engine isn't running right. So he knows he's got to spend money on the car. Unfortunately, he's left it 4 years before he started even doing anything with the engine or even contemplating doing anything with the car. So fundamentally, what we've actually had to tell him is you need to get the car basically inspected from the ground up first, regardless of the situation of the engine. Because being an honest person, the last thing I'd want to do, is take this engine off of him and potentially look at the situation and get it rebuilt. Or tell him you're going to have to buy a replacement engine because the money you're going to spend on this one, you could just go out and buy another one and drop X and Y in. Job done. And it would just save time, and time is money. So although you won't, you'll save money on the engine, but when you're working on the engine, understandably, it's all time. So I said, get the vehicle inspected first. I said, as a general rule, I said, because you might find out that, the rear chassis is completely rusted, the back end, the sides are gone. At this point, knowing that, do you even rebuild the engine, knowing the car is going to need, even more money, just thrown at it? Or do you cut your losses? What do you do? There's nothing you can do. So he's going to go away. He's going to do some random checks on the engine. There is potential that for the last 4 years, the spark plugs could honestly have come out. And if they've been out for the last 4 years, the engine is as well as I do, it doesn't matter where you are, but this is Britain. 4 years with no plugs in, the bores are going to be seized, corrosion's going to be just a nightmare. He needs to really get a serious standing point and confirm where he really is before he goes any further. So there's the honest response to that. I mean, it's basically just go out. You're going to have to find out where this car sits as an overall. Then we look at the engine perspective, and obviously we look after the engine, but we do not put the engine back in and get it back and running, which is another thing I told him. The car's been sat for 4 years, trying to get it running again without any problems after 4 years. That's a mission. That's a mission. The electronics on a Jag XF are mad. So this has got the 5-litre V8 supercharged engine in it. So lovely engine. Like most engines, they have a little bit of a quirk or a little bit of a flaw. Superchargers on the 5 litres. Don't know why they need a bit of love, don't they? You find that most engines nowadays, they just need love. They're not built to last like they were back in the day, were they? Right, so on another thing, we are developing the website.
Hi guys.
And I am really wanting to offer products that will help fellow engine builders or the DIYers by offering 3D printed materials and products that will help them organise and assemble engines in the correct manner. Now, I have a meeting tomorrow with a local supplier who basically could offer this as needed, production. But to launch it, we are going to do a purchase launch. Now, this is going to be a piston and rod holder. We are also going to do a tray for anyone who strips down the engine. They can put their head assembly perfectly in, obviously, a tray. And then we're going to have separate carrier holders for camshafts, which will be sold in pairs. So that's what I'm going to be looking at tomorrow. Going to get right on top of it, get proactive, and see what we can do. I do feel that it is something that, I think I need to start doing. And it also helps get the name out there, like Mills Engines. So if this is something you want to do, leave a comment below. Or want to purchase, I say not do, but, would like to see come to light. And if you have any, questions or ideas on things that we could help you specifically produce that could help you and assist you, I'll happily entertain it. I would definitely would. Because at the end of the day, if it helps me, helps you, it's going to help me. So, yeah. So a constructive response for this gentleman in Birmingham regarding the Jaguar. And going forward, potentially, we could end up having a more of an elaborate Mills Engines website. Excuse me. Bit of a late one last night. Potentially, the Peugeot engine that's meant to come in is currently sitting outside at the moment. And we need to know whether we go ahead on it or not. The car requires a few bits and pieces extra regarding the engine, but the engine itself requires a top end looking at. So if we get the top end looked at, I think there's a VVT. I think it is. I think the VVT needs looking at. That's probably a common thing where they just get bunged up. A lot of the time, oil, all the rubbish goes up. Filter doesn't quite actually get everything. And in the rings where the oil go in and insert, and then they activate the VVT in the head, so obviously magic happens. Wizardry. The VVT solenoid can get blocked up. 9 times out of 10, pull it out, clean it, carb cleaner, brake cleaner, whatever you can get your hands on, and you go from there. Obviously, new seals when you put it back in, which a lot of people don't do. I don't know why, but yeah. So, guys, there's a lot to happen. If you've watching this far, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, share within the engine building community. It would be nice to communicate with others, learn a few things. Always open for discussions, and always the possibility in the future of working business to business. I always have, I'd say definitely the tail end of last year, I had a few jobs come in. They were stacked up 1-to-1. And I thought, it would be good really now to have a good working relationship with another engine building company where I could go, look, if you've got space this time of year, could you help me out? Maybe take this one on my behalf. So that's something that definitely would be good. So if in any aspect, if you're willing to work together, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, your input on this video, all rounder really. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching. More coming soon.